I have realized that if I can put hundreds of homes and start to close the deficits of my own country, then I should be able to help the country get built. Hence, that's how I came up with the vision Patronia. I realized that Africa will not be built without new cities. And just to refer to what you said, Honorable Minister, that if we don't introduce digitization, industrialization, the technology hubs, the financial hubs, how are we going to create these jobs that will create the middle income to sustain our economy? And the reason why I think about the economy is, I'm going to share it with you. When you can build 100 homes and you don't really find the people who have the money to buy, you will start to think about how you're going to get those people to become richer. Because I could afford, I have the wisdom to do the development, but when I look at the economy, I can see a huge gap in the economy. So I ask myself, who am I building for? There is no affordability in our system. There are great banks in Ghana, but does it really support our system? There's great corporate governance, but is it endorsed by the government? Or is it time that we realize that the government should now marry the private sector so we can start to revolutionize our sense of development, which will start from industrialization? This is why we are very interested in Patronia. Why did we choose Patronia? I'd like to share this with all of you. Patronia is in the western part of Ghana. The western part of Ghana has over 10 resources concentrated in one area. When you do these numbers, it's over 1 trillion, the proven records of the resources on the ground. I heard you say, Minister, that Africa in a whole, which is 1.2 billion, have a GDP of 3 trillion. We actually have 1 trillion, over 1 trillion, sitting in the western part of Ghana, which makes it by far one of the richest regions on the continent. So what does that tell us? Ghana is the new hub of Africa. We have the most resources that you don't have to travel 200 kilometers or you can find oil or gold. Oil, gold, gas, cocoa, rubber, manganese, bauxite, on and on and on and on. It keeps going. It's all in the western region. Opposite us is the coast. The coast, the sea, is going to be our biggest business, logistics. The richest man in the world, one of the richest, Jeff Bezos, he's just a transporter. Logistics. So if we believe that the AFTA is going to be a part of Africa's revolution about trading, then we should remember that the private sectors should be able to situate themselves on platforms that will industrialize the entire economy. I don't see why we should buy 5,000 iPhones, import it from China, and come to Ghana to sell it. It's a plant. That same plant can be in Takoradi, and that's it. We don't have to import again. Our computers, everything that we're importing, can actually be industrialized in our own country. So my question is, when I did my research, there is 92% of importation in our countries. But today, we have over 400 CEOs here. Why are we still importing? 92% means somebody takes the money from the system, goes out of the country, buy things, put it in a container, ship it here, and when they get here, they pay taxes, and they sell the same product times 10 or times 5. Suck all the money from their system again and go back to the manufacturer. The day that we Ghanaians and Africans would have a whole industrial platform that is producing all of these things, would cut the importation and subsidize it with exportation. That would bring us more than 15 to 20% of our GDP increment. It would change the economy. Then I can sell houses. Then I can really sell apartments. Then I can build 10,000 homes. Because at this very moment, if you ask me that I'm a developer and I should go and get funding and build 1,000 homes or 10,000 homes because people need low-income houses and all of that, I'll tell you no. It needs a full integration. Without the integration, it's not going to work. And it needs a lot of planning. It needs a lot of industrial aspect. These are the changes that I believe this post-COVID has opened up to Africa. We have to understand that today, we don't have to travel to another man's country to be able to bring back home what we need. Because people are not allowed anyway. You don't want to go through this quarantine. You don't want to do all of this. It means you have to stay where you belong and create what your people need and build your nation. This is the empowerment that I have had from this current situation of the world. I've realized that we need to build our own. So, I'd like to urge most of the CEOs here, all the great people here right now, to support the vision of us building our industrial platforms. Technology is industrialization. It's a revolutionary industrialization, and it's taking over the world by surprise. And we need to merge that with manufacturing and create more CEOs. On that note, I would like to say I'm retiring from a CEO and I'm going to become an industrialist. So my post is available for grabs. If there's anyone here that is interested to continue with some of the things I'm doing, you're more than welcome to do so. But my mission, my vision, is to go into the industrial sector of this country. I have done so much with residential and commercial. Now I'm going into industrial. And all these three things are real estate. This gives me the opportunity to define my business, my work, real estate, how you can turn functional spaces into anything and make it available for sale. Industrialization is my next stop. And I would like to urge all of you to support the dream and the vision of Patronia, being able to create an industrial hub and have a distribution channel that would help and support the African free trade by us industrializing our own minerals and trading amongst ourselves. Thank you.